Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to Cilinix Crypto, or welcome to the channel if you're new. Welcome to this new, very important video for the upcoming 3 weeks, in which we will talk about moon phases and the effects that moon phases have on the crypto market. All right, so it's going to be an important video, I suppose, because I will tell you one of the things that helps me form a bias for the next 3 weeks, so for the next medium term, I would argue. And yes, that's with moon phases, although it's a little bit different than you might expect. All right, so we'll do a full video about this. I'll tell you how moon phases are normally used in trading, and then also if that's the good way to use them, right? We'll get to that in a moment. It will make sense, trust me. But yeah, so hope you're having a great weekend. Let's get right into it. So here on the chart, you can see moon phases. Now, if you have TradingView, you can just go to indicators at the top, and you can look up moon, and then you'll see moon phases, and you'll get this chart, right? So you can see both full moon and then the whole transition to a new moon. That's blue, and then full moon, and then new moon. New moon is coming tomorrow. So it's good to know what new moons usually statistically mean for the price of crypto. Now, how it's normally portrayed, I mean, if you do a quick Google search, what you'll see is that normally full moon is bullish. And that's also, I mean, back when we had full moon, the 7th of September, I told you, this is actually another reason why I think we can be bullish. And as you can see, that helped me greatly. That helped me make some nice profits over the course of the last 3 weeks. And Bitcoin since then is up 5.4%. If you would have bought Bitcoin at that level, which practically I did, you would have been up nicely here, especially for a Bitcoin trade. So normally it said full moon, you buy, new moon, you sell. And if you take a look at this picture, if you take a look at the last couple of moon cycles, since July, that would have been correct, right? If you bought the full moon the 10th of July, it was good. If you sold the new moon right here, it was good. If you bought the full moon after that, it was not so good. But then if you sold the new moon after that, it was good. And now same with the full moon. And that's normally how it's used. A full moon, you buy, a new moon, you sell. And there's strategies built around that, and there's a ton of articles around that. But is this actually true? Yes or no? So should you now get bearish because we have a new moon coming up? And the answer, in my opinion, is no. If you look at the last couple of moon phases, you'd say, what are you talking about? I mean, look at that. Every new moon has been bearish. But I did research on that earlier today. And I can tell you 2 relevant statistics that I think are relevant for the price right now. And I also posted about those in my premium feed. Whenever there's something major, I try to research that and look at the previous price action. And based on the previous price action and based on the statistics, I like to say, all right, well, this is how it influences my bias. In the premium feed, if you're interested in that, including profitable signals, check out the links down in the description. But that's up to you. That's beside the point. What I found with that research, which I'm telling you for free right now, is that historically a new moon phase, which we are entering tomorrow, has been bearish 41.6% of the time. That means over 50% of the time, a new moon in the last 2 years has actually been bullish. All right, so it's just blatantly not true that a new moon phase, even though, recency bias would suggest otherwise, but that a new moon phase is bearish. It's just not true. All right. And then potentially even more relevant, how often is a new moon phase bearish after we've just had a bullish full moon phase, which we are coming out of, right? We have been bullish. And you might say, well, if we've had a bullish full moon and a new moon after that comes about, it's going to be bearish. However, if we take a look at that, historically a new moon phase has been bearish when the phase before was bullish 43.75% of the time. So again, over 55% of the time, when a full moon phase was bullish, the new moon phase after that was bullish as well. In short, I use these moon phases to determine my bias. And I do have to say that full moon phases have a little bit more conviction behind them, right? A full moon matters more than a new moon. But ultimately, I think in this case, the new moon coming about after a full moon phase is actually another reason to be bullish on this. All right. Now, would I recommend you to only on a moon phase base your bias and your predictions? No. All right. Look at the charts, look at the fundamentals, look at the general financial markets. There's much more to analysis, of course, but at least you shouldn't be worried about moon phases, all right? And if anything, if you're going to be moved by moon phases, I would actually be a little bit positive. I would be slightly bullish here. So definitely something I'll keep you updated on when we actually get close to the next full moon phase, which is I think the 7th of October. I'll make another one of these videos and I'll tell you, like I said, I mean, full moons are actually statistically a little bit more interesting, even though that's also not always the case. But we'll talk about that. For now, I think that's what you need to know about tomorrow going into the next 3 weeks. So hopefully that's helpful for some of you, not only for right now, but for every new moon phase that's coming. Those are my thoughts. Have a great rest of your Saturday. Have a great rest of your weekend, and bye.